So that wasn't Wayra, it was the Startup 2.0 competition. Apparently, we've changed the videos, so I think that's cool. The first thing I wanted to say is that right now we're going to start seeing the presentations from the 5 teams that are the finalists. They've been chosen from more than 100 international teams from all around Europe. In fact, the 5 finalists come from all around the world, basically. There's one team from the UK, there's one team from Spain, 2 teams from Italy, and then 1 team from Turkey. And this has all been done in conjunction with Alianzo, which has been with the project from the beginning. And also to just point out that these 5 finalists have been chosen both by internet users through a Facebook page, as well as a jury of 10 entrepreneurs and investors and people from the gaming industry that have chosen them as the 5 most interesting projects. So we have here 2 of our judges who you know quite well by now. And so without much more, I'm just going to invite up the first team to present. Hazel Dazzle, Carlos Guzman from Spain is going to present. The idea is that you'll have 5 minutes and only 5 minutes to do your presentation, and it'll be followed by 5 minutes of Q&A, which will come from both the members of the jury as well as the audience if there's time. Okay? So let's bring the first guys up, which is Carlos from Hazel Dazzle.
Hello. Hi, good morning everyone, and welcome to the presentation of Hazel Dazzle. I'm Carlos Guzmán, a producer at Wake Studio. First of all, let me introduce my company with a few words. It is a startup based in Barcelona, founded by many members of the Universitat Pompeu Fabra Master Degree in Video Game Creation. We were only 5 at the beginning, a couple of years ago. And right now, the team has been growing up to 14 people working in our 2 different kinds of business. We develop our own IPs, like it is the case of Hazel Dazzle, and we also can do advert gaming or making video games for different partners. In this case, right now, we are working with Magic Box International, that is important publisher of the toy, action figure, doll industries that decided to develop their own video games about their own IPs. They contacted us so we can work together. And on the other hand, we are trying to start to create a kind of a spin-off of our company called Wake Future, where we will try to develop new technologies and new kinds of gameplay that once they are developed, we can use it in our own video games and our own IPs. In this case, we'll talk about the era of the 3D. Every one of us know Pixar movies, every one of us know that video games are made with 3D, and during the last years, every one of us could have been in the cinema to see a movie with those awful glasses. So we decided to create a kind of technology that let players to play and watch 3D, but without those glasses. And above all, we also tried to twist that technology because 3D creates a great feeling of a realistic vision. It's very amazing, but it's useless for games. So we tried to create a different thing. We think of technology as a way to create better games, to create better moments, like Courtney said. And we designed Hazel Dazzle or Hazel Dazzle or whatever it's called, because we don't really know how to pronounce it. We designed it for tablets and smartphones. And nowadays you can play it on a PC because we are working with Unity. But the idea is to create a good experience for a tablet player or for a smartphone player. And in Wake Studios, we believe in gameplay. We think you players, you enjoy playing games because of the gameplay. It doesn't matter graphics, although we do good graphics. And it doesn't matter technology, but we needed to do a good gameplay. We think that all of the things that creates a video game must enhance the gameplay to give a great experience. Hazel Dazzle is a kind of adventure RPG game, and I was talking to my mates here, and they told me it's like a Mario Galaxy meets Zelda style video game. Yes, it's like a Mario Galaxy meets Zelda style video game, but using and adding this 3D feature that we really want the players to play with it, not just to see, to watch the game. No, players must play with 3D. And I know it's really difficult to understand, but I'll show you this video and I think you get it. Well, the video will take for long to start. I think it's okay. It's okay, it's okay. I think. Play? Yes. Well, in the game, we are seeing that you have to open the door and you have the 3D feature, so you enter the 3D mode, you see the world in 3D, and you have to solve a puzzle. We've designed puzzles, we've designed attacks for different enemies, and we've designed many different ways to solve many different problems. Any of the planets show you different ways to solve the challenges, and we want players to use this kind of 3D. And the rest of the game is about little planets, and the player has to run over there, and once the challenge in the upper part of the planet is solved, you can go to the inner part and play that giant dungeons we have designed for you. The game will be released in December of this year, and we are planning to have more updates during 2013. And that's all. Thanks.
Do we have any questions from? Yeah. 5 minutes of questions. Do we have anything from Gerd?
Yeah, the gameplay looks very cool. You took into account. Is it mostly made just for the iPad? Is that? Oh, hold on.
Well,
I was asking if the main this application is for the iPad. I take it.
yes, right now the application runs only in iPad, and do you have the micro? Can I have the micro? It's easier to talk to you. The application runs right now only on iPad, and we designed it thinking about the iPad because of the prestige it gives to the project. Right, and once the game is developed in iPad and we know how it works, we'll try to develop it for other tablets in Android, and maybe we'll have to go to the other systems of iOS and the rest of the smartphones.
Cool. So is it the thing where I see you used all the different gyroscopes and motioning? So yeah, it looks very good. And,
thanks.
Can you use your finger to play with the 3 dimensions as well if I'm not capable of picking it up?
Yes, as I said before, we've designed a lot of different puzzles. So in this case, the one in the video, you have only to play with the perspective, that it's the simpler thing so everyone can understand it. But in the rest of puzzles, for example, so if you wanted to attack an enemy, you enter the 3D mode, the enemy gets in front of you, and you can watch it in different places till you find his weak point. Once you found it, you can touch it, and he gets hurt, so you can attack him. And for example, we've been designing puzzles of finding hidden pieces of a key, for example, so you can start to look through the level till you find the key. Once you find the key, you can remove the pieces that are covering it, and you can take it and solve the puzzle. Any question? Not anymore? We have 2 minutes. We can talk about anything, no problem. When I'm on my Twitter, my Facebook.
If there are no more questions, we're going to say very much thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks to you.
Okay, so we're going to call the next person, who is Andrea Postiglione from MANGATAR.
I'm Andrea Postiglione. Hello? Okay. I'm CEO and co-founder of MANGATAR. MANGATAR is a social game set in the universe of Japanese comics, the manga. Technically, it's a massive multiplayer card game where people can fight against each other. So you can play with real people, not computer. But what's the manga? Who doesn't know at least one of these? They are some of the most popular characters in the Japanese comics. The manga culture is part of the global mainstream from decades, influencing visual arts and also the Hollywood industry. The Transformers movies, for example, made just $1 billion only in the US. We offer to manga fans and to social gamers the opportunity to create extremely detailed character and to play their own stories involving friends through a social game. Everybody on MANGATAR can create several characters and challenge other people in face-to-face fight or in a group mission. So get a look at the game. You can create this avatar in a very extremely detailed way. You can buy Dengen cards and special improvements on the marketplace. You can strengthen the skill of every character you create and fight against the real user using your deck. Our revenue model is freemium, so you can sign up and play for free, but you can pay for premium feature and virtual goods. Our payments are done through classic systems like PayPal and Zong to pay directly for your phone. We're aiming at a niche of the gaming market, the social game market, that involves more than 200 million people and generated $3.4 billion. Virtual goods, which generated $2 billion last year, are expected to increase to 5 billion in 2015. So our market is a big market with a lot of competitors, but MANGATAR differ from other players for several reasons. We have a cool manga style. We want to actively involve user friends, not just embed them. We offer a powerful tool to draw the character and a gamification layer to competitive advantages. And we think that opening up to the rest of the world represents a huge marketing opportunity. So all the character, all the avatar generated are released under a Creative Commons license, and we also offer a set of APIs for third-party developers. Our marketing plan began trying to raise awareness among bloggers and influencers, and we continuing organizing joint initiative with other startups and events, trying to strengthen our viral factor. It's of crucial importance to us. In the next future, we will start some marketing campaign online to spread the brand and reach new markets. The team behind MANGATAR cover all the different figures needed to develop this project. Our team has been working together for 3 years, and we reached some significant success, particularly on the avatar engine market, where we reached more than 8 million avatars generated. We opened a public beta in October 2011 just to test some features, some social feature, and to collect feedback from users. In this period, we have reached around 24,000 registered users. Right now, we have 3,000 monthly active users and a retention of 33%. From a couple of weeks, we released the first version of the game with a face-to-face clash, and we plan to release major updates to the end of the year in the next month. We are meet our deadline using the available budget, and we think to reach the break-even in the second half of 2013. And after, we will open to a first round of investment to increase to reach major success over 3 years. We are completing our seed investment, and we think to complete the platform with a mobile version to the end of the year. Sorry. Thank you.
Or is it a mobile game?
Okay, it's a cross-platform game.
Okay.
We start with our platform, it's mangatar.net.
Okay.
But for the end of the year, we will release a Facebook version, a Google Plus version, and an iOS version. All the versions are using the same user base, so you can play against user from Facebook or from mangatar.net.
Cool. There's a, I don't know if you do this, but one thing that might help kind of make this more viral, right, is if you are playing on Facebook and you make your deck, but
Yeah.
you can also perhaps pick some of your friends, right? So I might pick, you and you,
Sure,
and you
sure.
randomly are given a character. And I can make your character, and I can fight with, you two. And then you'll be alerted that you fought and beat him, and it'll kind of introduce you to the game.
Yes,
some interesting social things there.
There are a lot of social features. We test all the social features before the real game, and we have, of course, a sort of timeline, and we plan to transform the timeline in a sort of manga. So all the action you do in the game and the others players that interact with you will generate a sort of comics, and so you have all the draw on your timeline. And we have also a chat, a system of comments and like, and of course to share on social network your avatars.
Do you have any plans to make a physical manifestation of the game?
Oh yeah, there are a lot of people that
Like, can I actually print my cards or order my little manga cards so that I can play live with my friends?
Maybe if the project will have a success, you can think about a system of license like Hello Kitty. You know, it's in Japan it's very popular, this kind of, or Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh!
Well, I could just print on your website or something.
But we have also made a decision to release all the avatar created under a Creative Commons license. So, because a lot of people ask us, I can use this to print a shirt or on the marmalade of my grandma. Okay, you can, because we think that it's helped to spread our brand.
Any questions from
Any
the audience?
questions?
Okay, so thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Next, we're going to call up Ufuk Sahin from NAKRUM.
PPT or PDF?
Hello everybody, I'm Ufuk from Turkey and I will talk about our next generation browser-based multiplayer strategy game NAKRUM. Firstly, as a starting point, I want to introduce my team. This is our Turkish team. We have, since NAKRUM is a very big project, we are working with a lot of people from all around the world. For example, we have an artist from Canada and he is priced. All these games are done by our team members in the past. The one on the top is the first browser game in Turkey, and Son Savaş reached 200,000 paid players in Turkey. As I told before, we are aiming NAKRUM to be a next generation browser game, but what's next generation? Our team is including people were gamers. So we all played Warcraft, Age of Empires, and because of the atmosphere of these games, we were nailed in front of the computer before. Also, we want to use accessibility of browser games, and we want to use interaction. Pardon me. So we thought that if we mixed all these features in a simple game, we can attract more people. And we created NAKRUM, and we have developed a game engine to create this kind of games in shorter time and smaller budgets. To sum up, NAKRUM is a browser-based multiplayer strategy game. It has very detailed content, and it has next-generation game mechanics. I want to give an example what's next-generation game mechanics. In first-generation games, browser games, the players listed on a simple list, And in second generation, it became more map-like thing, but navigation still was hard. So we created a new kind of map system, and I will show you its video. You can just drag and drop the map. You can use push pins to map, and you can see players around you. Also, we have animations like Google Earth to navigate one point to another point. It's something like that. Pardon. Our main focus was user experience in NAKRUM. So we created user-friendly interfaces. No download is required, so you can play everywhere, every time. It's Facebook integrated. It has high performance. It works even Pentium 2 PCs. You can play everywhere. And it supports all browsers, all famous browsers. As you know, development is sorry for this. As you know, development is never done completely. We always new ideas in our minds to improve our game. We are working on real-time 3D war system in NAKRUM. Also, we are working on iOS and Android versions of this game. Also, NAKRUM has infrastructure with localization, so you can play NAKRUM in your own native language. And we will improve the content and king election system. The last one is, for the last one, we are most thankful to Startup 2. No, okay.
Finish the sentence and...
No, not problem.
Okay. All right, so we'll start with...
What is your model for paying to play your game?
It's freemium. It's free to play. You can buy in-game cash, and with this cash, you can buy some premium features.
What is your average monthly per user, like if I were to take the freemium model, like what are you expecting me to pay every month to kind of keep active with the game? Like $10 or, you know, like what is your expectation?
It's, our expectation is about $3 for every player.
So for $3 a month, I can pretty much do whatever I want?
Yes.
Okay.
And is it, do I like mine the resources in these maps? Is it similar like StarCraft in that way? And do I fight other teams much like StarCraft? Or is it, I guess the game mechanics here in terms of what do I do on these maps? What do I do in these cities that I built?
It's for interaction between players. There is bases for every player on the map. You can navigate around bases around you, and you can interact with players. You can have a war or some diplomatic.
Do I fight them or do I just talk with them?
You can do both of them.
Okay, got it.
Also, you can do trade between players. And it has a lot of features, but time is really short. So we just took the map.
Got it.
Any questions from the audience? Okay, so let's say thanks to Ufuk.
Thank you for listening.
And now I'll call up Clara Parona from Sheep Up.
So, hi everyone. My name is Clara. I'm a game designer. Yes, I'm a girl, and I'm a game designer. And I'm the co-founder of Bad Seed Entertainment, a fresh startup based in Italy, and mainly focused on providing mobile entertainment. So I'm really honored to be here to present you our first indie game, Ship Up. It's not only for kids, even if the graphics are cartoonish, fun, and colorful. So the story behind Ship Up is pretty simple. A tiny toy ship has been stored in a giant cardboard box inside together with other old toys. And so this ship needs help to escape, to reach the top of the box for freedom. Okay. Ship Up is a puzzle platform that uses the tilt control to move this tiny toy ship on cardboard platforms. And it's pretty simple. So you need to turn and tilt your device as the ship bounces along the path while avoiding the void and solving puzzles. So twist and turn your device and your mind, and do it in a unique way. Because the most unique features of Ship Up are the top-down perspective, tilt control, ship bounce, and graphics. So let's see the first one, top-down gameplay camera. So Ship Up is a vertical puzzle with an unusual top-down perspective instead of the usual front view. So this unusual camera choice make you feel like you're really inside the box. So each level consists of multiple floors that are navigated one at a time until reaching the box. There is only one way to reach the exit, and so reach the ship platforms to jump up to the next level. Okay, there is no video. Let's go on. Okay, the second unique feature is the tilt control ship bounce. So what makes Ship Up levels so challenging are the ship behaviors and the many different gameplay mechanics. So the tiny toy ship doesn't walk, doesn't roll. It always bounces, collecting keys and completing some tasks like tapping on musical platforms in a specific sequence, or entering portals, or changing platforms color, or pressing buttons to reveal exits, and much more. So the main character's behavior and the many different gameplay mechanics make the controls easy to learn but hard to master. So you need to practice a lot. Okay. So let's go on. The last unique feature, okay, not only the last, is graphics. So each level is played inside a cardboard box, and each box houses a grey cardboard world that felt simultaneously unforgettable and handmade. So decals of spaceship, stars, or cupcakes, or submarines, fishes, give to each level a personal touch that makes it unique. But what you get is not only for features, of course. So you get 20 challenging levels, 2 different game modes, normal and expert, a huge variety of gameplay elements, and addictive soundtracks, colorful and enjoyable settings, and many achievements to unlock. So let's spend just okay. Thank you, Darren. Okay.
Testing. I think the artwork is pretty compelling, I will say. I compliment you on how smiley it makes me feel. But I also notice that it's not a lot of high contrast. Is there ways to fix that? Like, a lot of the colors seem to be kind of very similar.
Yes.
Is there a way to maybe change that so that I can see it a little bit better?
Yes.
That makes sense.
Did you understand the question?
Yes. I'm sorry.
It's not as colorful or as high contrast. Even in your slides, I was having a hard time kind of picking out the objectives because all the color tones are very similar.
Yes. But maybe. So you you just saying that the different colors are similar. Maybe it was just for the slide because you can. The game has been already released, so you can download and try it. But there are many colors about the boxes. Yes.
So I'm downloading it actually, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
So, but I mean, it looks great. I think it's just would be the gameplay. Is it the type of game where it's very simple at first and then progressively gets harder? Am I going to get bored with it in one day, or is it something that's going to be challenging over time?
Yes, but as the game progresses, we are going to be asked to the player to be more accurate and precise while tilting. So you need to find the right timing for bouncing and tilting. So.
Okay. You have the unique overview. Do you have to hold your device flat in order to use that, or is there a tilt already built into your game graphics? So you have to use the tilt to move the sheep around. Do I have to start with the phone in a position of flat, or do I start in a...
You can calibrate. Okay. So you can put your device in the desired gameplay position and then calibrate. Okay.
I have a question since over here. Back.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. The question is, how are you going to get users? Do you have what's your marketing strategy? How are you actually going to get people to play the game?
Okay, we have tried to make accessibility, usability, and simplicity the main focus throughout our design process to make everyone the target audience of this game. So I saw kids of 8 to play the game without problems, and I hope is for everyone, hopefully.
I just made $2 up here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a question over here.
Yes. No. No, it's too much large. No. How can I resize the... It's in Spanish, help me.
Okay, sorry, what do you need?
I want just resize because it's too large.
Oh, I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I don't know how to change the window size.
Visualization. Here. 50.
Someone's here.
You want to resize it?
Yes, because it's
I know.
but it's Spanish. I didn't understand nothing.
Poco tarde para eso.
No, there is no audio.
Sorry.
Okay. If you visit the website www.shipup.com, you can see the video.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's see. So last up we have Ben Dodson from the UK for WALLABEE.
Yep, great. So my name is Ben Dodson. I'm the CEO of WALLABEE, which we call the ultimate collectibles game. And it's available for free on iOS in the App Store at the moment. There's a team of 5 people. 4 of us are based across the UK, and our support guy Eric's over in Orlando. So what is WALLABEE? Basically, I tried to recreate some of my childhood memories of collecting. So I always used to like Go-Go's and Pogs and Pokemon and football stickers. So we made a game that's all about collecting items into sets. So you can see some of the sets here. We have things like dinosaurs, we've got the Euro 2012 at the moment, and then we have items that look a bit like this, that you collect into these various sets, and then you complete a set and you sort of progress through. So here's one of my favourite sets at the moment that we call A Day at the Beach, which has these beautiful items that you have to sort of see on a retina display to really appreciate, but they're quite fun. And so how do you get these items? There's 3 different ways. You can, what we call foraging, which is where you actually go and find them at physical places. So we have a database of over 2 million places worldwide, and that's from one of our award-winning apps, Highlights. So you go and you, what we call forage at this place, which is a bit like checking in, and then you have a random chance of getting something, either an item or you'll get honeycombs, which are in-app sort of currency. So, for example, if you were to check in at a dessert spot, you might find an ice cream for our beach set. If you're at a pub or a bar, you might find a glass of martini from our spy set. So that's one of the ways that you find these items. The next one is the store, where you can spend your in-app honeycombs to buy physical items as well. You can also pay to buy honeycombs through a freemium model. And then finally, you can actually mix items together to create new items. So if you have the bucket and the spade, you can make a sandcastle. And you'll need to combine all 3 of these methods in order to unlock all of the items in a particular set and progress. And each item is numbered, so people will try and get the lowest numbered ones to sort of beat their friends. We're launching quite a few new features in the next couple of weeks. So we've got trading, where you can trade. If I wanted to swap an item with my friend in America, I can. We have a marketplace where you can sell your own items to other people and sort of create our own little digital economy. We have stories where you can comment and be more sociable with other people in the game. A new profile where you can sort of see where people are from and get notifications. Easy way to find friends through Twitter, Facebook, contacts and so forth. And we have achievements with Game Center. I'm sorry I'm rushing through these slides, I've got a very short amount of time. So how do we make money on all of this? We used to use the freemium model whereby you would buy honeycombs, but we also had what we called a pro account, where you could pay maybe $3 a month or so, and that would give you extra features, so you could forage quicker, you'd have more chance of finding things. But this created a 2-tier system we weren't too happy with, and so we removed that yesterday, in fact, and today we're happy to announce branded items. Now what we're doing with branded items is to get brands involved to create these beautiful pieces of artwork and then drive people to these brands or to certain places. So one of our first partners is MailChimp, where we've created these really, really cute items. But the thing is that if you find one of them and you're one of the first 25, we'll actually send you a physical hat. Not the one the dog's worn, but it's quite cute as well. Another partner is Pinto, who operate a chain of Mexican food restaurants. And with them, you can only get that item by going to their actual restaurants. So we're sort of driving footfall to them for the first month or so. But we can make items for anything. So if we wanted to, we can make an item for a conference. Or we could even make them for apps like the ones you've just seen. I think the sheep one looks really cute. And we think app developers are going to love this, because what we do is we actually drive traffic direct to the App Store. So people are going out, going long distances to collect these items, and then every time they look at them, they can sort of go direct to the App Store to download your app. So it's a great way of sort of driving business. So that's coming in 2 weeks. Other thing I wanted to talk about was developers. We're not just an app, we're a platform. We have 3 APIs, including all of our artwork at a very high resolution. And we've already seen a large number of third-party developers supporting us. So we have itembrowser.com, Honeyblend, which is an app on the App Store, Pirate Walla, which is also on the App Store, and then several Twitter accounts which tweet real-life information from our app. Finally, we're happy to announce that we're partnering with Nuifish in their startup in Scotland, and we're coming to Windows Phone 7 at the end of the year. And that's everything. Thank you very much, and if you've got any questions, please let me know.
Okay, so we'll start with questions from our jury members.
I mean, there's a lot of games that are on collection. Is that primarily just this? You're just collecting type of thing? Can you use?
Yeah, I mean, it's mainly about the collecting, because we found that people, young and old, love to collect all types of different things, and people are going a very long way to find these items and use them. So it's mainly about that, but the fact that you have to go to physical places to get the items means that you're not just sat on Facebook clicking and going through. We're trying to get people outside. And what we found is it actually creates an incredibly social environment, because there's a large number of people who are sort of making friends and trading, but then they're actually organising meetups and sort of all appearing together and swapping items and stories, and sort of real friendships are forming, which is great. And we even had, there was one girl who sort of reconnected with her father a bit more, because she liked to go travelling with him, and she'd drive her around so she could find these items in different places. And she said it's been like a really bonding experience for them, so stuff like that's really great for us.
Geocaching in a way.
Yeah, it's basically a sort of a mashup between Pokemon, trading cards, and geocaching.
Oh, that's cool. And I like what, I mean, Keep's all about the reward type thing, so I like what you did with MailChimp there. They do a really cool thing.
Is there a plan to allow Is there a plan to allow user-created things that I can place?
Yeah, so you're talking about having items that you could create yourself.
Martin, I think you're saying.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. Here we go. I'll turn my back on you because it's better that way. So you're asking if I can create items.
Can I create an item or some kind of ability to create an item and place it in the world for other people to find?
You can't at the moment, but we're planning on rolling out a feature like we're doing with branded items, so that any brand can purchase an item or even an entire set if they want. We're hoping to roll it out to users so that if they wanted to have their own item designed, they could pay to do it.
Could I leave an item, or is there a future plan to leave an item that I had collected at one place and take it to another?
Yeah, absolutely. You can do that already. We call it dropping and swapping. So at this location here, for instance, I could find an item, and then if I've already got it, I could drop it, and then someone else can pick it up. That's the main way that people are trading at the moment until we introduce long-distance trading next week.
I'll ask one question quickly.
Yeah, sure.
I'll give you the microphone here so you don't have to turn
sorry.
your back. Since you guys have been around for a while, what metrics do you have to suggest that you've already achieved some amount of traction?
Get away from that mic. Well, we've only been live for 3 months. We started development in October, and then we launched in March. But we've got quite a large number of users. I think we're in about 40 different countries. So we've got users all over the world. We have sort of tweets and emails flooding in of happy customers. And we spend a lot of time and effort sort of trying to build a community around the entire game and the social aspects. So we're seeing good traction, but realistically, version 1 was more of a test bed to see if it would make any money. Because I was very keen that it would have a business model to start with and that we wouldn't just try and build this game for free, roll it out, and then maybe try and monetize it later. So we started at the beginning. And as that's proved itself, the next version is when we're actually going to start going out there and trying to build a larger base of people. So we've done no marketing, no advertising so far. It's all been word of mouth, but that kicks off in earnest in 2 weeks.
And so what's the strategy for getting new users?
It's mainly to do with sort of advertising, so we're in a lot of sort of 3 app of the week type categories. We've been speaking a lot with Apple about featuring various things. Obviously with brand partnerships, they're going to be pushing out through their own social networks. So it's sort of building up a network in that way.
Any questions from the audience? Okay, if not, we're going to say thanks to Ben. I'm actually going to ask you to do a favor, and you guys as well, to just